Hi, everyone. This is Keith and Brooke, and we just want to give you guys an update on what's been going on with Keith over the past 6 months. So, Keith's journey through this illness started in November when he woke up one morning with a plugged ear, and then he probably let that go for about a month before he decided to go to the doctor. And when he went to the doctor, it was found out that he probably had some sinus issues. And after that, his symptoms just continued to get worse. And throughout all of this time, he had other things come up. Right before the mastoidectomy, the left side of his face went paralyzed. And he also progressively lost weight. And so from the time that the symptoms started until the time that he went into the hospital, the end of March, he had lost about 35 pounds. And he also had, what other kind of symptoms did you have?
Just a lot of pain in my head.
A lot of pain in his head. Yeah. Anyhow, just a lot of random things that didn't really make sense to us. And he ended up going to the hospital in March and spent 26 days at Swedish, where he was diagnosed with a form of vasculitis called Wegener's granulomatosis. And that is an inflammation of the small and medium blood vessels. So, throughout the illness, we just feel, leading up to going to the hospital, so thankful for, the journey that took us on, which was seeing some awesome doctors who continued to just lead us in the right direction. And ultimately, he was diagnosed fairly early on. And so we're so grateful for that. And then, of course, the stay in the hospital was just an unbelievable experience. Yeah. Full of lots of different tests and things to figure out what was going on with him, full of different treatments. And it's just been such a journey, but we have felt just God, just leading the way for us through this whole entire thing. And we just feel the strength that he's given us to get through this and not be scared one step of the way, which I can't imagine ever saying that I wouldn't be scared through something like that. But we've just felt God's presence through this entire thing. And we just feel thankful and blessed, which sounds crazy when you're talking about an illness and what Keith has been through. But that's the way that we feel. And
from my side of it, the whole stay in the hospital, the amount of love and support from all of you and your prayers has been a huge thing for me. A lot of tears have been shed. And
for Keith and I, this experience has been something that we never thought that we would go through. And I think that you hear people say that a lot, that they don't think it's ever going to happen to them. And certainly that was the case for us. You just, you don't think that that's going to happen to you. And you hear of people that things like this, happen to, and as much as you have sympathy for them, there's a little bit of distance because you don't fully understand. And the experience has given us both just this, this heart for people who are going through difficult things like we've never had before. And we're so thankful for that. It's just unbelievable, the stories that people have shared with us as a result of what is happening with us. And it's just been incredible to get to open up with other people who are struggling and going through difficulties. And it's really changed our hearts.
Yeah, getting in a position like this in life, from going from healthy to down, it opens your eyes in a way that unless you've been sick, you can't describe it. And it truly is a blessing. It's hard to imagine that saying a sickness or something like that would be a blessing, but you really can't take it any way but that. It really does open your eyes and makes you look at things and see things that you would overlook before. And again, the amount of love and support, for somebody to do something for me before was, it was what it was. But now it is felt with such sincerity. I just can't even explain the emotions that it brings. And, many of you have gotten to read some of the different updates and posts that we've had. And, the most important thing for me out of this is that everybody understands and knows that it's not about me having a disease or what Brooke and I are going through or our families. It's a matter of what God is doing through this, because there's not a person that I don't talk to that doesn't bring up their faith. And I've never had that in life. Every day somebody tells me they're praying for me. And we don't talk about that as a society, but we are now. And that's just an amazing testimony that God's using this for a good reason. It doesn't have anything to do with me or Brooke or anything. God's perfect plan is getting worked out, and I'm just the launching pad for it. For that, I feel pretty blessed. And as hard as that is for a lot of people to understand, it's crystal clear on my side of it. And I really wish that I had the strength there to be there with all of you. And you'll never know how thankful I am for all of your thoughts and your prayers, and for the amount of energy and effort that's gone into this. I just pray that you all grasp what it's all about. I just want to share a real quick thing. Today, I was sitting looking out the window and I thought about something. I thought, my life is no different than anybody else's. We're all traveling the same path. God has a journey marked out for all of us. And I looked out the window and I thought, it's crazy, but I should feel pretty honored that God chose me to have this disease. If I lived a normal life and died a normal death, whatever that means, what's that going to accomplish? He's chosen this path for me, and I need to take that with honor and share that passion for Christ with all of you. There's a purpose for it, and you're all here as part of that purpose. And again, I can't thank you all enough, and I wish I was there to hug you all and shake your hands.
Thank you, everybody.